Well, folks, our Congress is filled with clowns. I don't mean that figuratively. I mean, like, they probably in their off hours dress up with like the weird red hair and the honking nose, and they actually drive away in clown cars. What would a clown show in Congress be without Matt Gaetz? Yeah, that dude. He busts through the wall like the Kool-Aid man with his giant hair and his big teeth, and he's like, yeah! And he's ready to go. So what I love most about Matt Gaetz, seriously, is that his deep and abiding hatred of Kevin McCarthy is so extraordinary. It's like unbelievable. He's like, did someone say he's 1,000 miles away? And it's like the bat signal goes up. Kevin McCarthy's in the news. He's like, that's the Undertaker's music. He like runs right there. He's like, let's do this thing. So Matt Gaetz heard this rumor about Kevin McCarthy getting into a physical altercation with Tim Burchett. So what did he do? He immediately files a formal ethics complaint against McCarthy. He wrote a letter to the House Ethics Committee chair, Michael Guest of Mississippi. So he wasn't satisfied to throw McCarthy out of his job as speaker for literally no reason. I mean, we'll get to that in a second because it was literally no reason. Okay, we were told it was going to be, wow, there's going to be a change in the way Congress works. Big victories have been won. Nope. Nope. It turns out that Mike Johnson, again, really like Mike Johnson, thinks he's awesome. Also, Mike Johnson going to cut exactly the same deal that Kevin McCarthy was going to cut. Why? Because again, incentive structures, folks. It's not about putting better people in Congress. It's about changing the incentive structure. And that comes chiefly from the electorate. So if you don't like your Congress people, maybe you should think seriously about not electing idiots. Anyway, Matt Gaetz immediately filed this so the same House Republicans who didn't vote to, impeach Alejandro Mayorkas and who are about to pass a giant spending bill. Those same House Republicans, they're like, you know what? Matt Gaetz is like, I had to oust Kevin McCarthy. It was really important. And not only that, now that he's not the speaker anymore, I'm going to curb stomp that guy. He files an ethics complaint based on Kevin McCarthy supposedly elbowing Tim Burchett. He says Congress has seen a substantial increase in breaches of decorum, unlike anything we have ever seen since the pre-Civil War era. Yes, when I think of congressional decorum, I think of Matt Gaetz. Yes, that great guardian of congressional decorum, who, literally wore a gas mask on the House floor in a vote about COVID. Now, again, that's like funny and weird, but like decorum from Matt Gaetz? What are we even talking about? What the hell? It's like Sideshow Bob showing was like, we need decorum here. There's too much clowning around. I wonder why there are so many people who think that the Republican Party is a bunch of rubes and morons. Why? Why would they think that? I don't know. It's so confusing. What should we do? I don't know. Oh, my God. Gaetz took Burchett's side. He said, I myself have been a victim of outrageous conduct on the House floor as well. That, of course, was in a reference to when House Armed Services Committee Chair Mike Rogers of Alabama lunged at Gaetz during the election of McCarthy as Speaker back in January. But nothing like an open and public assault on a member committed by another member. The rot starts at the top. McCarthy was asked about it. He said, oh, good. I think ethics is a good place for Gaetz to be, which, of course, is a reference to the fact that Gaetz was actually facing an investigation from the House Ethics Committee himself. So things are they're going awesome. Here's McCarthy slamming Matt Gaetz. Again, the clown show just continues to, more clowns, we send in the clowns. Here we go.
Congressman Gaetz, though, is filing or submitting a complaint to the Ethics Committee over this issue. Do you have any response to Congressman Gaetz?
No, I think ethics is a good place for Gaetz to be.
Okay. And then he and Gaetz engaged in a duet. Isn't it rich? Aren't we a pair? Me here at last on the ground, you in midair. Where are the clowns? There should be so many clowns. So many. Got to tell you, I've been taking a lot more time out than usual to pray in my life. It's maybe one of the only things keeping me sane. And I think that's true for an enormous number of people. If you're looking to deepen your relationship with God, which is going to contribute to your emotional, mental well-being, you need to check out Hallow. Hallow is an incredible app that offers a unique approach to prayer and meditation. Unlike other meditation apps, Hallow is tailored specifically for people of faith to deepen their relationship with God. The Hallow app is filled with studies, meditations, reflections that are rooted in Judeo-Christian prayer practices. This holiday season, you can access music from the Bocelli family, Bible stories that help you reflect on what the holidays are actually about, and prayers to help you bring peace, all on the Hallow app. You can pray alongside Mark Wahlberg, Jonathan Rumi, who portrays Jesus in The Chosen, even some world-class athletes. You can access that #1 Christian podcast, The Bible in a Year with Father Mike Schmitz, on Hallow. With features like progress tracking and streaks, Hallow helps you stay motivated and make prayer a regular part of your daily routine. Set prayer reminders, invite others to pray with you, and track your progress along the way. If you're looking to deepen your relationship with God and improve your mental and emotional well-being, try Hallow for 3 months free at hallow.com/Shapiro. That's hallow.com/Shapiro. Are you a few years or decades out of school and wondering, what the heck did I even learn? What was the point of all of that? You might be thinking, I don't have time to learn something new. If that's you, you're not alone. It's not too late. Hillsdale College is offering more than 40 free online courses. Learn about the works of C.S. Lewis, the rise and fall of the Roman Republic, or the history of the ancient Christian church with Hillsdale College's online courses. If you're not sure where to start, check out Constitution 101, the meaning and history of the U.S. Constitution. In this 12-lecture course, you'll explore the design and purpose of the Constitution, the challenges it faced during the Civil War, and how it has been undermined for more than a century by progressivism and liberalism. The course is self-paced, so you can start whenever and wherever. Our country needs more Americans who understand the Constitution and can defend our freedom against the encroachment of an increasingly large and unaccountable government. Head on over to hillsdale.edu/Ben to enroll. There's no cost. It's easy to get started. That's hillsdale.edu/Ben to enroll. Hillsdale.edu/Ben. Again, I don't recommend colleges lightly to people, and Hillsdale does it great. Hillsdale has always been a font for actual virtue and good information. Great place to send your kid. Hillsdale.edu/Ben. But wait, there's more. Oh my God. I'm now the infomercial guy. But wait, there's more. Don't worry. 20% more clown in this package of Congress. So Jared Moskowitz decided to get into it with James Comer. So that went great. That was good. So here is what happened. This does involve a reference to a Smurf, which I'm here for. Here we go.
But you and Goldman, who is Mr. Trust Fund, continue to try to
reclaiming my time.
No, I'm not going to give you your time back. We can stop the clock. You all continue to. You look like a Smurf here, just going around and all this stuff. Now listen,
Mr. Chairman, you have.
I'm going to tell you something.
Hold on. If we're not on time,
we spew disinformation.
You have gone on TV and said the president did something illegal. You're doing stuff with your brother. The American people have the same questions. Why should they believe you? Why should they believe you? Why should they believe you? There's a different rule for the president. There's a different rule for you. Why should they believe what you're saying, Mr. Chairman? Why? You go on Fox News and say loans and deals are a way to evade taxes. We don't know that's what you're doing or not. We don't know. We have no idea. We're supposed to take.
Okay, they just go on like this. They're still going, so far as I'm aware. So basically, what happened here is that Jared Moskowitz, who, to be fair, is dressed like a Smurf. I like call him really, you're a Smurf-looking ass. Anyway, Jared Moskowitz, he was implying that Comer is corrupt. There's no evidence for that at all. And Comer goes back at him and calls him a Smurf. Things are just going great. So Mitch McConnell, who's like, I'm too old for this. Turtle, I'm too old for this. He was asked about the fact that everyone appears to be directly from Clown College. And he's like, I can't. I can't.
As leader, what responsibility do you have to try to lower the temperature in the building right now? We have a senator on your side challenging a witness to a fight in a hearing. We have former Speaker of the House cold cocking a fellow Republican in the hall. I mean, what is your responsibility as leader to lower the temperature in this environment?
I like how that story grew.
Frankly, I hadn't heard what you just indicated.
I can go on. We have one member calling another member a Smurf in a hearing.
Difficult to control the behavior of everybody who's in the building. I don't view that as my responsibility. That's something that the Capitol Police have to deal with.
Okay, so I'm just going to point out here that there is, in fact, a generational difference. Okay, like whatever you think about McConnell, and I got real problems with McConnell. Whatever you think about Bernie Sanders, I have huge problems with Bernie Sanders. There is, in fact, a generational, maybe, it's just occurring to me now, maybe the reason we keep electing old politicians is because everyone who is between the ages, apparently, in Congress of like 30 and 60 is a child. Or they're acting like children. Maybe that's the reason. We're like, okay, fine. So that guy's not functional and he's super old. But at the same time, like, at least he's not threatening fistfights. Like, at least he's not like engaging in Roadrunner cartoons here. We're such an unserious country because we have bred an entire generation of people who are fundamentally unserious about their jobs. And so the people who end up with the actual deal-making power end up being the old men in the back room, as it always was. Now, it used to be younger men in the back room, But now it's older men in the back room, and they're like, we will promise to the world and call each other Smurfs and whack each other on the head with a rubber hammer. Beep! Like that's what we have now. It's just excellent. Are you tired of the lies and the twists of the mainstream media talking points? Yeah, me too. Join me in my newest series, Fact, where I dismantle and bring truth to this tiring mainstream agenda.